Within the past hour, the London Sacramento, that nightclub, released this statement saying, "We at London Sacramento are praying for the families of the victims that were impacted by the incident that occurred near 10th and K Streets. As we continue to process this horrific act, we would like to emphasize that each night, London Sacramento enforces strict security protocols, and they begin closing procedures at 1:30 in the morning. While this incident occurred a block away, we will continue to make ourselves available to the Sacramento Police Department and provide any information we can during their investigation."
Today, I visited London, Sacramento. For those of you who don't know, this was a place of a mass shooting in downtown Sacramento just a few short days ago. I did go there, as I said, and I have live footage that I'm going to show. I would like to read a little bit about what's going on to catch the people up. This is just terrible. Sacramento police believe multiple shooters are involved in a mass shooting early Sunday in downtown Sacramento that killed 6 adults and left 12 other people injured. Sacramento Police Chief Kathy Lester said Sunday afternoon that the shootings broke out after a large fight and killed 3 men and 3 women. Nearby buildings were hit by gunfire, and a stolen handgun was recovered at the scene, Lester said. Now, this is what the police chief had to say. She said that her officers were patrolling the area at about 2 o'clock in the morning when they themselves heard gunfire. When they arrived at the scene, they found a large crowd gathered on the street. Officials began life-saving measures to multiple victims on the scene, police said. Despite efforts, 6 victims were pronounced deceased at the scene. Another 12 people had varying degrees of injuries, police said, in an update after earlier saying 10 people were hurt. No information was given on their conditions. Danny was a guest on the 4th floor of the Citizens Hotel. She said that she woke up to sounds of gunfire. Eventually, she said, the shots stopped, and then we realized that this was really, really bad. It wasn't just a little shooting, she said. When the gunfire stopped, she and her partner saw a woman. She was running down the street right in front of the Citizens Hotel, and she kind of fell back and over, and her friends were kind of crowding around her, and it looked like she was shot in the stomach area. This is what the witness said. And they started to put pressure on her wound. The police had to use batons and their bicycles to push back a line out of the way just to get to the crime scene, you guys. First thing I saw was like victims. I saw a young girl with a whole bunch of blood on her body, a girl taking off glass from her, a young girl screaming saying, "They killed my sister," a mother running up, "Where's my son? Has my son been shot?" This is all what the witnesses are hearing. The sight has been called mind-boggling and also tragic. It's something that you never want to wake up to, witnesses said. Other family members of possible victims were gathering out at the scene Sunday morning, and many mentioned London, a nightclub at 1009 10th Street, as being connected to the shooting location. But the nightclub said the shooting did not happen inside or outside of their club. So please, I would like to have that noted. This is what they were saying. Another witness by the name of Desiree, she said that she was shooting pool with her cousin last night, and now she's gone. Pamela Harris, no relation to the presidency, was hoping for information about her 38-year-old son, Sergio, and on Sunday morning was frustrated that police had not shared details. I think it's a goddamn shame that the Sacramento Police Department hasn't confirmed anything to any of the families. This is what she said. I'm not standing out here to be nosy. I want some answers. My son was a very vivacious young man, Harris said. For this to happen is crazy. I don't even know what to do. I don't even feel like this is real. I feel like this is a dream. The latest news that I was able to get is that police have said as of yesterday, Wednesday, April 6th, 2022, police have said at least 5 people fired weapons in a weekend shooting in Sacramento, California, that killed 6 people and injured a dozen others and prompted calls for lawmakers to address the surge of gun violence in the U.S. Officials said on Wednesday that while the motive was still unknown, investigators think gang violence is at the center of this tragedy, and that gangs and gang violence are inseparable from the events that drove these shootings. Police have made 3 arrests since the violence that unfolded around 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. Smiley Martin, who was also injured in the shooting, has been charged with possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and possession of a machine gun, while officials have charged his brother Dandre Martin with assault and illegal firearm possession offenses. Now, this Davion Dawson, he faces charges of being a prohibited person in possession of a firearm. The 31-year-old was reportedly seen carrying a weapon in the area, but police say he was not charged for the shooting, and officials don't believe the gun was used in this particular incident. Now, Dawson has posted a $500,000 bail and is no longer locked up. Now, law enforcement, they told sources, including the LA Times, they told them on Wednesday that the incident looked to be a shootout between rivals and that bystanders were caught in the crossfire of more than 100 shots. The shooting took place as bars in the areas were closing and patrons headed to the streets. Police have confirmed that they are investigating whether the incident could be connected to a street fight that broke out before the gunfire erupted. No one has been charged with homicide in connection with the shootings, as detectives continue with a complex investigation that includes hundreds of pieces of physical evidence, video footage, photos, and dozens of witnesses. Right now, I'm going to play what I saw when I went down to the location, Sacramento, London. Hello, everybody. Welcome to downtown Sacramento. Now, as a lot of you know, there was a mass shooting here recently at one of the clubs here. So, you guys know, if I can get to an area within, I don't know, a few hours or less, and it's on the news, I like to try to come down and get some real footage of it. As I said, it is very, very, very heartbreaking what happened to these people. Just simply going out, trying to have a good time. And this has nothing to do with age. There were young people in this club having a good time. The oldest person, my understanding, was 57 years old. I'm going to let y'all see a little bit of the downtown, and I'll let you know when we're on location. And I'm walking. I parked around the corner, but you see these tracks? I don't like driving on these tracks. They're for the light rail little train. So, and we are currently on 10th Street. We are between 10th Street, in between J and K. Downtown Sacramento. Beautiful weather as usual, as you can see. The weather is absolutely beautiful. And here is the site where these people lost their lives. Sad. So this is a site of London, Sacramento. Just wanted you all to just see. And I'm going to be adding some commentary to this. Really not much to see. There was some bullets that hit adjoining windows or buildings. And I want to see if I can see some of that. Nope, I don't see anything. Okay, you all. Well, this is London, Sacramento. Sad what happened here. And we are actually just steps away from the Capitol. But you know, nowadays, it just doesn't matter anymore where you are. People have been in their homes, as you know. And the unimaginable always seems to happen. this beautiful artwork. Beautiful. Mm-mm-mm. Such a tragedy. To the wounded, I hope that you heal soon. RIP to the dearly departed, Sergio Harris, 38, of North Highlands, Devazier Turner, 29, of Carmichael, and Joshua, 32, of Salinas. Those were the three men that lost their lives. The three women who were killed: Jontea Alexander, 21, of Elk Grove; Melinda Davis, 57, and Yamil Martinez, 21, of Selma. Rest in peace. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. See you next time.